Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A based on my divorce. So yeah, grab some popcorn. I asked you guys on my Instagram if you had any questions from my last video, and there are a lot of questions, so I hope that I could get to all of them in this video. If not, I will definitely do a part 2 for you guys, so that way I can answer as many of your questions as possible. But without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. So the very first question is, do you regret getting married in the first place if you knew this would be the outcome? Absolutely not. Just because Patrick and I decided to end our marriage does not mean that we didn't have good memories in the marriage. I personally think everything happens for a reason, and I have learned so much from this relationship and this time period in my life that I get to carry on with me. The next question is, was it because Pat just didn't want to be famous and you do? Absolutely. I was like, dude, you need to keep knocking me up to get these views. What are you doing? Kidding, in case you couldn't tell, but no. Patrick was always really supportive of me pursuing YouTube, and he was really into it in the beginning, which obviously faded out. He is a pretty private person, and I respect that. And I got a lot of other questions about that as well, if YouTube did play a part into us separating, because he was never super active on here. And no, trust me, we had a lot of other issues that we had to work on. YouTube was probably the least of our concern. The next question is, will you be getting your old job back? Fortunately, no. YouTube has been financially supporting us for a really long time. You guys are gonna see me on here for longer, I'm sorry. The next question is, did you wish you had waited to get married instead of getting married when you did? Definitely not. We were in love, we were following our hearts, and it felt right in that time period. The next question is, how is child support gonna work? Sorry if that's TMI. You guys know we don't have TMI on this channel, alright? You guys saw a whole baby come out of my vagina. We gotta cut it out. You guys could literally ask me anything. So as of right now, we are not doing child support. Both of us have had in-depth conversations about this, and neither of us think child support is ever needed unless it is needed, if that makes sense. Our beliefs on this is, if Patrick is financially stable and he is paying for the kids at his house, and I'm financially stable and I'm paying for the kids at my house, and we split the kids 50-50, then I don't see where child support would ever be needed. The next question is, will Patrick still be in some of your videos? P.S. I hope you're doing okay. Sending my love. Thank you so much. I'm sending my love right back, and I do not see that happening in the future. He already was not really on my channel when we were together, so I don't see him being on my channel in the future, but my platform is always open to him. The next question is, how has divorce changed you as a person? I think divorce has definitely opened up my eyes. It has made me realize what I want in life, and it has helped a lot on communication skills. Trying to raise a kid from 2 separate households, that's a little bit hard, so you gotta have really good communication skills. The next question is, at what point did you realize that the relationship wasn't going to work out? This is a really hard question, because like I said before, it's not like something astronomical happened where I was like, that's it, this is the deal breaker, we're done. I think I realized it when I stopped making excuses and realized I just wasn't happy anymore within this relationship. The next question is, how did you adjust to the identity change that you lose because you were with Pat for so long? Like, when you're together so long, it becomes part of your identity. I think this is a fabulous question. I read this and I was like, oh yes. Or just a lot of things that you go through with a partner, and it was things that I genuinely enjoyed that we typically did together. So movies or songs or whatever, it just would remind me, and then I'd be like, I don't want to listen to this because it's gonna make me remind me of him. And then one day I just kind of sat back and was like, hey, that's okay, because he was part of your life and you can't erase that part of your life, so stop fighting it. Who cares? The next question is, did you guys go to marriage counseling? We did not go to marriage counseling. It's not something that both parties were interested in doing, and counseling only works if everybody wants to do it. I know the next question is probably, do you think if we did do marriage counseling, would it work? Do you think it would fix anything? Probably not. I think counseling would have helped us talk through things a lot better, but I don't think it would have fixed our marriage. The next question is, would you say you rushed into your marriage? I personally don't think so. We were together for almost 5 years, and like I said, when we got married, our relationship wasn't bad at that point. We got married for the right reasons. We just weren't able to maintain that marriage. The next question is, don't you think that your kids will struggle with the change from having 2 parents to just 1? That's the great thing about humans, is we are constantly adjusting to new things in our lives, which help us grow as people. I would much rather them adjust to this phase in their life than adjusting to seeing their parents fight every single day and not be happy and not get to see what an example of happiness is. I think that's what people don't understand, is you can't stay together for the kids. It feels like that's the right thing to do, but you cannot put on a show 24/7. If you are not happy, you are not happy. Your kids are going to be able to sense that. And to be completely honest with you guys, I would never want our kids to see that and think that that is what is normal, because it's not. Everybody deserves happiness. The next question is it awkward when you are together? It is not. He has also seen a baby come out of my vagina. We've passed the point of awkwardness. We're just friends. We talk about the kids. We talk about what's going on, what we're doing. And again, you have to think we started off our relationship as just friends. The next question is, did you have your last son to fix your relationship? A band-aid baby, if you will. No, we did not. When we were trying to conceive for August is around the time that we also got married. We actually were probably at our peak in our relationship at that point. To this day, whenever I drive past that apartment complex, I get so much nostalgia because those are really good memories that we made there. The next question is, do the children understand your separation? August is obviously way too little, and Grayson doesn't, because we are still showing each other the same respect that we did when we were in a relationship outside of the relationship. So he's not seeing us be mean to each other. He's not seeing us feel uncomfortable. So the only thing that's really changed for him is having an extra added house. You guys have to think, Grayson is 3. He doesn't even know what relationships are to begin with. He doesn't see marriage certificates. He doesn't see divorce papers. He doesn't get it. We also try to do a lot of family nights together as well, so that way he doesn't miss out on that. So we'll watch movies together, we'll make dinner together, do activities with them. All right, so it is dark now, and there are some pretty loud fireworks outside, so I am sorry if you guys hear that, but my phone is at 6%, so I'm gonna try to speed round this for you guys. The next question is, what is it like to co-parent? Is it as easy as you thought, or is it harder? Both. I miss my kids whenever I don't have them, but thankfully we only don't have them for 2 days each. So it's kind of like not having them for a weekend, but it still kind of sucks because you miss them. I am able to get a lot more done in those 2 days. I think it's really telling to see how much energy you go through when you are around your kids. And so when I don't have them, I'm able to work a lot more and clean the house a lot better. And as far as how it is going with Pat co-parenting, luckily we get along for the kids, so co-parenting in that aspect hasn't been that hard. The next question is, where have you guys been living? I know this is a little bit confusing. I briefly mentioned it inside the video, but I kind of want to go more in depth on why we're doing it like this. So I'll explain what the situation is right now, and then I'm gonna explain it. So Patrick is living in our old house, so the 6-bedroom house. I'm crashing at Megan's right now. None of Patrick's friends were able to take him and his 2 kids in, and of course he always has his family, but right now his family's house is full. He still goes there from time to time. It's just hard sleeping there currently because there's no room, because the boys would not have their own rooms and Pat wouldn't even have his own room. He would have to share with his brother, and August is sleep trained. He's sleeping it's complicated. So basically living at his parents' house was difficult for him when he did have the kids. So it just made more sense for me to go and then for him to take over the house. We're not keeping that house though. We're just keeping it right now until we figure out what we're going to do. We're kind of waiting until either Pat's family makes more room in their house, or another plan he might have is just to get a roommate with somebody, which would of course be super duper close friends that both of us know and both of us approve on. But yeah, it's just complicated. So we're still paying the rent on that house until we basically figure it out, and that is why all the furniture is still there. That makes no sense for us to move out the furniture until we figure out exactly what's going on. The next question is, do you have concerns / rules for his future significant others, vice versa with you? We've talked about this briefly, but it's something that just doesn't pertain right now. We also trust each other to put our children first, so I don't think that he would introduce anybody into their lives that he did not think was a good person. I know he's capable of doing that. He knows I'm capable of doing that. But yeah, I will update you whenever that becomes a thing, a topic, but right now it's not. The next question is, was it hard to let go of the image you had of your family's future? How did you cope? And I'm really glad I got asked this question, because I think this is why a lot of people stay in their unhappy marriage. This was really hard for me, especially because I do have social media. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but then I realized that I did not have a traditional full family growing up, and I never felt without. So if you provide your kids with that love, they are not going to feel that. My mom did an amazing job. Why pretend that you are thriving in this perfect family picture if you're not actually thriving? There's no point. It doesn't make anybody happy. And I think what helped me is just time. time and realization. Well, my camera just stopped recording, so it is telling me that I have a lot of footage. It can only record for, I think, like 30 or 40 minutes. So this is probably part 1, guys. Stay tuned for part 2. I will post it super quickly so that way you guys don't have to wait or anything. I just don't want like a 40-minute long video. I will see you guys next time. Talk to you later. Bye.